One of them already started going after the daffodils.
Excellent. Daffodils need pollination too, I guess. Watch out, there's some big old trippy dog poops down here.
Look, unhappy bees.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just set that across the front when it's time.
Alright.
I'll hold those.
These will be in here a little bit. Sure. Poking my shin like all hell.
Okay. That's all turned into honey there. So that's what all the juice is in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're just filling this with honey. It used to be a brood frame though.
Yeah.
See that dark area down the middle of it?
Yeah.
That all used to be brood, and then the lighter color all around the outside is where honey used to be. They've consumed that.
There you go.
That's all capped brood is what that's called. Anybody ever asked you about
New
that?
bees.
Yeah, those will be new bees, and then you can see the white.
Mm-hmm.
That's larva. Okay.
Where are you talking about the white?
Right up. Yeah, right up in there. There's.
Okay.
And then some right toward the middle, toward the top of the
Right in
brood
here?
patch. Yeah, right up in there. There's.
See that uncapped one?
Oh,
the
I
white.
see. Yeah. Down in
a
it.
little grub in there.
Yep.
That's your larva.
This
Got
guy's protecting.
Yeah, those guys are feeding or dealing with larvae. You see this little cup down here? You see the queen cup?
Right there.
That's a queen
Oh.
cup. Okay, you start to see eggs in those. That means that they're getting ready. They're thinking about swarming.
Got it.
Or you see larvae in those. They're thinking about swarming. There's more brood.
That's a lot more bees than you think it is, too.
Yeah, and when that emerges, it's like 3 times the number of bees as it is. As it looks like, it'll cover 3 times the area once those turn into bees. The queen
It's like
could
a busy,
be in there.
busy place up there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on up there. I don't see a queen, but
I'll get it on my
Doesn't mean
GoPro
she's
so I
not
can remember it later.
doesn't mean she's not there.
Actually, all the corners are...
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But this is all plastic foundation too, by the way.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we're drawing out plastic foundation. What we're going to try and do is make sure these go in the same order they came out,
Okay.
just because it's all new. What you'll do when we talk about breaking up the brood nest, you'll just take one of these frames, drop it in the
Drop it
middle.
in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll...
They're hitting me hard.
Yeah, they're not happy that we're doing this, but so be it.
Oh, wow.
That
That's
is
beautiful.
a good queen. That's a beautiful brood pattern. I mean, it's just all.
All right, that box is mine.
She nailed everything. That's. You're gonna have a shitload of bees in no time when these
Awesome.
start to emerge. You're just gonna be.
Luck of the draw.
This
No,
will be-
you bought from a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that.
Well said.
Yep, that's.
That's money well spent.
Yeah.
When it-
Webb's bees. Russian bees, so they're pretty much You don't worry about bromide or tracheal mites. Okay, there's yet more. See, and there's the queen cup, that plastic thing in the middle there.
Oh yeah?
That's the
Yeah, I
queen
see
cell
it.
that he started this thing with.
Okay.
So he dropped the queen in there, queen cup with some bees. That
Should I
queen
pull that
emerged.
out?
You can, yeah. Yeah. So that's where the queen came from.
Got it.
I'm not looking for a queen. Not like
Nothing in there.
I'm not getting real excited about it, but if I could see a queen, it would be great.
We know we got one.
Yeah, you know
Does
there's
he
one in there.
does he mark them typically, or
No,
do
he
people
doesn't
mark
the
them?
queen. Some people do. I mean, usually you request a marked queen and you'll get one. I'm not seeing a queen.
It's on the next frame.
What's that?
It's on the next frame. I would bet.
And all this burr comb that's up here,
Yeah.
I would start scraping that away.
Okay.
Well, maybe not this time, but
Yeah. Give them a little time.
Next time you decide to mess with them, try to give them a couple of days before I fool them again.
This is an unhappy bunch of bees.
That's just, that plant is stuck to this box. Oh yeah, they drew comb right into the other box, the other side of the box. Okay. There's a lot of bees.
Queen.
Queen.
That's the queen.
There's
Yep,
your
put her in.
queen. So. That's cool. So you've seen a queen sooner than Dale did.
Yep.
Okay. And then what I usually do, try to keep everything tight. Because otherwise they get real creative with what they do with the comb.
I see.
And it makes a mess. You're unable to pull stuff out.
You got a hole in your glove, dude.
Yeah. Keenly aware of the hole in my glove.
Can tell you're very concerned.
And the rest
So
of
you
these-
just leave those sitting outside, or scrape them off, or
All the water. Shit, I forgot about
Don't
the
worry
water.
about it, I'll take care of that. But yeah, now you just set that here, just set it here upside down and whatever. And then I'll find everybody over at home. And tomorrow that box will be empty.
scrape that off so the tops will go on.
You had your smoker that you would smoke in a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of what we forgot, isn't it?
Yeah,
We're working a hot hive here.
Yeah.
Good thing we're invincible.
Yeah, we can make mistakes. Yeah, then you would smoke the top of this real good, and then all the bees would go down inside of in between the flames. You'll see that when we go nuts to tails.
We're good to squish one or two.
Okay.
There's a couple of bees, and that's just the way it is. There you go. Now, as this gets bigger, what you'll do is put a little block in there so that the top comes up, it lifts up a little bit, gives it a little bit better ventilation.
Okay.
But right now, you know, once you start getting a couple of supers on there, another couple of boxes, and it gets really full, you'll want to do that in summer.
It looks
Right
cool.
now-
They're flying, but they're not stinging.
Yeah. What that'll do is after a couple of days you can take that away.
Okay.
But for right now what happens is they come out, they run into that, and they realize they're not in Kansas anymore.
Reorient.
And then they'll come back to here.
Okay.
So you're set.
Awesome, guys.
You got bees, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you're a beekeeper.
Rookie.
What'll happen is
Totally.
what'll happen is after once they get oriented and everything, they will head out.
They'll have a regular
They'll
flyway.
just fly right over, and they go up at about a 45-degree angle. So
Okay.
you really won't, you know, if you're trying to plant tomatoes right in front of the hive,
Nah.
then you got a problem.
We don't do anything
But,
over here.
I mean, you'll be able to mess with your blueberries.
Once they're going without any problem.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I remember by your hive. I was
Yeah.
walking
You know how
around.
that works. But right now they're obviously gonna have a crowd there.
Yeah, they're pissed.
They're all.
They don't know where the hell they are.
What the hell's
They're all,
going on.
all those ones are looking for the queen.
Yeah, they're wondering what the hell happened. So you got the queen in there.
All right.
If you lose some of these, it's no big deal.
Having this clover's awesome. They love clover.